Get my microphone in place. Okay. So, uh, see you, sir. Talk to you after I beat you 2 games. Bye. All right. So, what Fede does not know, 10-6 with the 2.5x. Yeah, I'll be calling this. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Gotta use my time bank as Fede taught me. Use the time bank. So, this is interesting here. I am going to bet. I mean, do I have the flush draw in the back, my back pocket? Yes. Clearly, though. Hmm. 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 Am I going to push him off the queen? I doubt it. Is it a bust? Does it look like a busted flush draw? It does. All right, so we're going to leave that alone. There's going to be better spots for me to attempt to run a bluff there. It's a strong bet. Nice over bets there. What Fede does not know is that I am now betting. I used to be a min raise guy. So now I'm going 3x in both the 1020, the 1530, and then when I get to the quarter 50, I'm doing 2.5, and then after that, then I'm min raising. The one thing I do like about this is the fact that it does give me the flexibility to go basically 2/3 pot here. So, um, which you really don't have with. I mean, do I have that ability to do that with the min raise? I do, uh, but it seems like it just stands out when you do that. So yeah, this is something that I've been trying uh, probably the last couple days or so. I've gone to the 3x raising. 8-3 suited is probably something a lot of people heads up are betting. It's just a type of hand it just does not play well post flop. Queen 4 offsuit. No, I'm gonna go probably as low as Queen 7. I'm starting to get excited at Queen 8. Queen 9 is good. This would make for a nice 3-bet candidate here if he bets. I think I will 3-bet him. We got 3-bet with just a little oomph, a little extra there. I'm not a fan of 3-bet bluffing with Ace X. Um, I mean, if I have to play King X, if there's a call there, I'm relatively comfortable doing so. 9-4 offsuit is garbage. It's funny, Donovan said in his video of him and I playing that I took what he thought was kind of some unusual lines, and I'm just going to chalk that up to my own stupidity, basically. This is at the bottom end of when I was doing min betting, okay? 3-5 offsuit is not going to survive when I am doing a 3x. So probably when I was min raising, I was opening 70% of hands. With the 3x, I'm probably closer to 65. This is a hand that I 3-bet for value. You know, always an interesting spot here. We do have the back door. We're leading. I think 210 is not a bad sizing. I mean, if you're going to 3-bet, The reality is you're going to miss on these flops, but you know the reality is also is that fede is going to miss also. Oh, this is interesting. Flop the two pair, also a very connected type of flop. If I missed here, if I just had ace X or something like that, I would be betting. I think fede just assumes that this is the type of flop I'm going to be betting, whether I hit it or I don't hit it. Well, just got counterfeited on my eights at least. That is very interesting. Well, I'm going to check this back. Wow. So all sorts of things just came in here. The backdoor flush on the clubs. Straight came in. Would fede. I doubt king 10 for the simple fact we got two kings on the board. I'm holding a 10 here. The question is my 10-8? Am I going to just be able to get the showdown here with the 10-8? And if I was to bet, what's he going to fold? What worse hand is he going to fold? If he has any type of king, he's certainly not folding that, right? If he has queen, he's probably, I might be able to give him to fold the queens. No straights, no flushes, busted flush draw. I mean, he might look me up. So let's just check this down. And I'd be curious to what everybody thinks about whether or not this was the right play or not. There's the other 10 here. I probably could have pushed him off that 10. That is kind of like one of the few hands I definitely think that I probably could have pushed him off of there. Monochrome board. I'm always tempted to donk on the monochrome board here. I mean, I do have top pair with a so-so kicker. I'm just going to call here. Call and probably fold to another bet. If I bet here, he's got the flush. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to check and see if he's going to bet, and then I'm going to call. Not feeling terribly great about it. But do I think that he could bet king 6, king 6? Yeah. King 5, he's got me beat. King 4, he's got me beat. If he's got any type of king, pretty much he has me beat. So king 6, king 3, king 2. A lot of stuff came in there. I am blocking the straight here, however. And I did check it back to him to, essentially to allow him to make this bet. $80. I mean, am I good? That's the question here. Am I good like at 20% of the time here? I think I might be. No, I'm folding. Fede, you're going to have to tell me what you had there. Perhaps I got way too cute on that hand. I don't doubt that. I think that's what happens when you start playing with people that you start to understand their betting tendencies. Again, Fede's definitely not used to me 3xing this right off the bat. I would not be shocked for him to push back with some 3 bets. And there everyone is. Queen 9 offsuit's not something I really want to defend with, so I'm going to toss that away. This is a hand I could be 3 betting with here. It's like, you know, tens I'm going to be 3 betting with. Nines are somewhat iffy. Depending on where we were at stack sizes here, I mean, this is something clearly if we were where I could shove, I could get all in, I would certainly be doing that. But I'm just going to call. You know, at this point, this favors his range. Only nice thing is I've got a 9 of spades and there's 2 spades on here. I've got the 9 of diamonds and there's a diamond on here. So if a 9 does spike, you know, it's not going to help out for the flush. How am I going to improve on this hand? That's one of those questions I'm trying to ask myself. Like, okay, so the 10 flops. What am I going to have to do there? Am I going to have to be calling a $250 bet at that point? So, no, I'm going to walk away from this here. Eight four. That's a pretty easy fold offsuit. Ten seven. That's just probably at the bottom of my offsuit calling range, especially with the 2.5x. But we will be doing that here. This is kind of interesting here. It's almost setting up for a double gutter. You know what? I would certainly consider a check raise here. The card really does not help me at all. That is not what I was hoping to see. I was hoping to see maybe an 8. I'm just going to check this back. We'll leave this alone. I didn't like that card at all. Certainly more so in his range, or at least the better queens are in his range. You know, there's no way for me to tie this in at this point into a hand that I can use. And if if another diamond is going to spike there, my 7 is pretty meaningless there. Fede, I think that we played Turbo last time we played here, but I'm okay with us playing this. I mean, it certainly gives us more opportunities where we're not, getting into, push fold. Three six. This is, at 2.5x. I'm probably gonna walk away from that. Now I've had a few hands where we're at the bottom of my range, and I've chosen not to. I mean, an argument could be made that 3-6 suited is in a range here, but I've pretty much been getting some shitty cards. So I think Fede. I know Donovan thought I was playing extremely tight here. I mean, like this 4-8's just garbage. So Queen 4, more garbage. And again, at this 4-7, I'm gonna open this up. But again, it's a 2-gapper suited. So again, it's towards the bottom of my range. That is not something I want to call 3-bet with. I mean, I could certainly 4-bet here. If I'm going 4-bet, I'd probably be a 4-bet shove. And I'm not really in the mood to. By the way, I say all the time in the mood, and I think that's kind of just a linguistic crutch that I use here because it's really not about being quote unquote in the mood. More so, you know, does it make sense? Is it logical? Does it make sense in terms of metagame here? I definitely would have considered like a snap shove there. I think Fede perhaps would give me credit for being a little bit overly eager there. This is pretty much a standard C hand standard flop to C bet with here. That's very connected. Okay, so if I'm going to if I'm going to bet this turn here, then I got to be committed to betting the river. So you know the reality is this is a bluff that I'm running at this point, um, and I'm not at that point yet. Maybe get lucky, my ace hold up here. Certainly with the flush coming in, there's a possibility that I could rep that flush. I think I can rep that flush. I think the line makes sense. Not that he's going to let me get away with this here. That I bet the flop. Okay. Uh, my flush does not hit on the turn, but I get the free card. So, and then when the flush does come in on the river, I think I can rep that flush there. And like I said, Fetty doesn't really have anything. I mean, it sticks him in just in a poor spot. Oh, the wonder of having position. 8-6 offsuited. We'll call this. Interesting. Kick it back to him. I really love for somebody to educate me in terms of donking because I always, you know, return there. We're definitely going to call this here. Probably not going to be repping the flush twice. If he's going to allow me, he's not going to double barrel. He 100% knows though that if I had ace 3, ace 6 or something like that, I'm certainly calling there. If I've got 7, 8, well, that's a large enough bet that I'll walk away from. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So these monochrome boards here. So what is my logic of doing this here? Clearly, if I've got a diamond, I think that I have to represent that I have a diamond. All right. So we're representing that I have a diamond here. A lot of players are just not going to continue without a diamond in their hand here. Um, I don't put Fede in that category. I certainly think that he'll continue without a diamond because he knows I'm going to continue without a diamond. So now we're going to go from 3x, we're going to go to 2.5x on my opens. You know, a 3-9 offsuit is certainly. By the way, congratulations on your 3x open there. I'm going to have to ask you what the purpose of that was. 3-9's not really in my calling range ever. Here we are. So we're going to go 125. I still had to get myself a little bit more comfortable with these. By the way, here if he 3 bets me, I'm gonna 4 bet shove on him. But I think when I'm gonna 4 bet shove on him, I will take my time to do so. Oh, that's nice. Watch him fold though. Look at that. We're at that 3. So, let's figure this out here. 495. Yeah, we can get it in next hand. I like that 495 there. Probably should like 498. Would have given me 4 columns there. Because my 4 columns look very, very strong. Nobody wants to bet. Nobody wants to mess with a 4-column bet. Okay. He's giving me a lot of credit for my 3 bets so far. Hopefully, to those of you watching on our YouTube channel here, this is a little bit more exciting than watching paint dry. But I find it uh, immensely interesting. 9-4 offsuit. I'm not continuing with that hand. This is an easy hand. 125. So, if he's going to 3-bet me, I'm going to say he's going to go 375 here. So, I don't feel great about it, but I'm in position. If I can't continue with Queen 9 playing heads up, Queen 9 suited, then I should just not be should not be open raising at this point. I'm going to call, see a flop, see how it works out. Not terrible, not the end of the world. Definitely not going to be able to hold up. So here's the question. What do we do here? So if he had ace king, if he had aces, if he has kings, I mean, he's certainly going to check back all those. My problem is I think that if I don't show some aggression here, I show weakness. If he had ace king, he's definitely checking it back. So I'm just going to check it down myself here. That gets interesting. I doubt either one of us has 2s. So we might just check this thing down, huh? My problem is if I check this down, I don't think that I'm in very good shape here. Unless he's... I think you... Not be shocked to see a 450 bet come across here at this point. Granted, you're talking about 40% of pretty much almost 40% of his stack to do so. Yeah, smaller bet. No, sir, I am not going to play your game there. I am not going to play your game there. If I'm going to be three bet, I'd probably be, at this point, I'm probably going to be three bet shoving. I think maybe he realizes that by going there. 6-4 is at the bottom of my range. 6-4 offsuit. Uh, Earlier in the match, certainly would have been calling a 2.5x range there. Three bet, I'm shoving. If he three bets me, I'm shoving here. That's very interesting. So let's see here. Let's say I bet 150. That'll take me down to what, 715. And then you're going to be at what, 550. I could go 300, 400. That's a little bit sick. So let's make this a 2-street wager. Is what we're going to do here. Be nice to see like the 8 of diamonds hit. Of course. Wonder what he thinks of my bet sizing there. My bet sizing was more so done so I could get it in 2 straights, for the simple fact that it just didn't really make sense how I was going to get my stacks in, or more so if I bet on flop and turn, my river bet would just have been way too small. Hmm, 9-8, huh? 9-8 suited. I'm shoving this, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna walk away from that. I'm liking the 3x sizing. Probably the next time I have. Interesting. See, this plays well. Seeing a flop. Did not play well. Me seeing a flop, but fold. Let's see where we stand here. I think fede would be shoving at this point if the roles were reversed. 3x man, I'm going to shove. No? Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So, kind of like how we were flipped here. I would not be shocked to see Queen 9, King 9. I think this hand holds up well to what he shoves with. So I'm going to call. Ace Jack. That's just unlucky on his part if he just can't. Okay. I totally misread that, Fede. I apologize. That strikes me more as a hand that I would have thought that you would have just three bet me, standard three bet sized me. Uh, but I'm wrong. At this point, I'm expecting you to be shoving just a ton of your range. Um, a two suited, I really don't want any part of that. We'll be 2xing at this point. It's like, let's just do this here. Let's get this out of the way. See what he does with that. Yes, I'm totally face up. This is 100% garbage. Totally face up. But that falls in the 100% garbage range here. I mean, I 100% expect one of us to have one of those board cards in our hand. My purpose, my purpose was to see this. Okay, so what do I want to do with sevens here? You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, my strength in sevens is pretty much getting to a showdown. But am I gonna get to a showdown here with this? So I'm just gonna shove on you, Fede. And it's kind of a sick overshove, but all right. I'm gonna have to ask you what do you think I have here. I mean, I'm fairly cool with. I mean, I think my sevens hold up equity wise pretty pretty well against your range here. I mean, clearly you would have snap called me with anything like tens or higher. I would assume like nines or higher. So any pair there. Queen four off. Thank you for more Queen X garbage. It's a pretty easy decision. I wouldn't mind having the next time that I'm completing have like a low pocket pair or something like that, which I wouldn't mind running with. It's probably an error on my part to kind of allow my opening range to somewhat shrink here. Yeah, I'm not going to battle for this, Fede. You, sir, it's all yours. Queen nine. Yeah. Even he played that. Played that relatively slow. Look at this. More garbage. The gaming gods are not favoring me. I'm going to assume Fede's dealing with his own string of garbage too. Probably look like the nittiest players in America. Tim, circa a couple of years ago, would probably think about getting cute with one of these hands, but Jesus. Like every 3x offsuit hand that I can find. I'll call him min raise here. I'm not going to call a shove though. I gotta get something on the board here. He comes over the top of me, then I'm going to be at the point where I'm just shoving on him. So, what do we got left in terms of... Well, we still got a ways to go here, 4 minutes. I'd like to play this hand. Are you just going to shove on me? How about just a regular open, sir? Donovan, if you're looking at this, please tell me whether or not this is a call or not a call. It's tempting. It's tempting. But he hasn't been totally on the line. Jesus Christ. I mean, don't even think I'm asking for something terribly extreme. How about like maybe a Jack 10, Jack 9, something like that? No. I mean, we've explored every combination of 3x that you could have. Yeah, smart on his part. I will be shoving moving forward. Jesus. See, Freddy, this is the reason why we play Turbo. Because we've been playing 40 minutes, sir. Oh, this is going to be painful for somebody to watch. Hmm. No. Yeah. Well, congratulations, sir. We have pushed ourselves to where we are. You know, we are at push fold. Yeah. Oh, come on, flush. Nah. All right.